You never grew up. You got taller, maybe stronger, but not wiser. You're still chasing the same highs, still avoiding the same pain, still needing validation like a child lost in a crowd. You wear the costume of a man, but deep down, you're terrified. Terrified of being alone, terrified of being forgotten, terrified of looking in the mirror and realizing you're not him, you never were, and unless something changes, you never will be. There's a moment, quiet, slow, when the noise stops. No messages, no plans, no one checking in. It's just you and the silence you've been avoiding your entire life. You feel it in your chest. That tightness, not pain exactly, more like an emptiness that never quite goes away. Like something's missing, and you've been trying to fill it with noise, women, money, validation, but it always slips through your hands. You tell yourself you're just in a rough patch, that it'll get better. But deep down, you know, this isn't new. This is the same darkness you felt for years. It comes and goes like the tide. But every time it returns, it stays a little longer. You scroll through social media, see men doing more, being more. You feel that burning in your gut, jealousy disguised as motivation. You say you'll change tomorrow, hit the gym, start the business, cut her off. But then you don't. Because comfort is a drug, and you're addicted. She left. Not because you were a bad person, but because you weren't growing. And she got tired of waiting for you to become the man you promised to be. It's not just about her, it's about who you are when no one's watching, who you are when it's quiet. That's when the truth hits the hardest. This video isn't about judgment, it's about revelation. Because until you face the boy hiding inside you, you'll never become the man you're meant to be. You're not alone. But you are responsible. No more excuses. No more waiting. No more hiding. You never grew up, but you still can. You never grew up, because no one ever taught you how to. They told you to man up, but never explained what that meant. They said, be strong, but punished you when you showed emotion. They told you to lead, but never showed you how to lead yourself. So you learned to pretend, to fake confidence, to mirror what looked like masculinity, anger, control, lust, success. But deep down you still feel lost, unanchored, like a boy wearing a man's skin. This isn't about being toxic. This is about being unfinished. And it's why everything keeps falling apart. This is why she left. Not because you weren't enough, but because you didn't grow. You stayed stuck in your habits, in your fears, in your comfort zone. And women don't want a man who hides. They want a man who faces his demons, who bleeds and still walks forward, who protects, not just them, but his own soul from rotting. You keep asking why your life feels empty, why your goals don't excite you, why you can't hold on to love. And the answer is brutal. You're still trying to build a life with the mindset of a boy, alpha mindset, masculine energy, self-improvement. These aren't buzzwords, they're survival codes, not for impressing others, but for becoming someone you can respect when the world turns cold. Because when the applause fades, when she stops calling, when the world forgets your name, the only thing left is whether you became the man you said you would. It's not too late, but it will be, if you keep waiting. You remember the first time you felt small, not physically, emotionally. Maybe it was when your father looked at you with disappointment, or when the girl you loved chose someone else, or when you spoke and no one listened. You didn't cry. You couldn't, because the world told you crying was weakness. So you buried it, deep. And every time it happened again, another rejection, another failure, another silent scream. You shoved it all down. That's how boys survive. But men face it. You've been running your whole life. Running from solitude, running from failure, running from truth. So you filled your life with distractions. Women you didn't love, friends who don't challenge you, routines that kept you numb. But the pain, it waits, it's patient. It knows you'll slow down eventually. And when you do, it'll be there, just like it always was. You think masculinity is about being hard, unshakable, untouchable. But real masculinity, true masculine energy, is about presence. Depth, control, not of others, of yourself. You want respect? Start by respecting your own word. Say you'll wake up early? Do it. Say you'll cut her off? Do it. Say you'll stop drinking, start training, start building? Do it. Because every time you break a promise to yourself, you're telling the boy inside you that he can't trust the man you've become. You want love? Stop chasing it. Become it. Become the man who doesn't need a relationship to feel whole, who can sit in silence and not be consumed by it, who doesn't beg for attention, but earns admiration through discipline, clarity, and purpose. This is where most men get stuck. In the middle. They're no longer boys, but not yet men. Trapped between who they were and who they could be. And the world doesn't care. It keeps moving. She moves on. Time moves on. Life moves on. So you have two choices. Keep pretending, or evolve. That means cutting off comfort. It means facing the mirror, not with pity, but with precision. Ask yourself the real questions. Why do I seek approval? Why do I avoid pain? Why do I sabotage peace? The answers aren't pleasant, but they're necessary. Because no woman can save you. No amount of money will quiet your mind. No alpha persona will fill that hole in your chest. You fill it by rebuilding from the inside out. Start with your body. Train it. Discipline it. Let it teach you pain, hunger, patience. Then move to your mind. Audit your thoughts. Replace doubt with direction. Replace envy with focus. Replace fantasy with action. Then your spirit. Reconnect with solitude. Not as punishment, but as sanctuary. Learn to sit with your past without letting it define you. Learn to move through your future without letting it blind you. Because the boy in you is scared, but the man in you, he's waiting for you to finally take the lead. She left because you didn't. You let life happen to you. You stopped choosing, stopped risking, stopped growing. And now, here you are, watching this, feeling something stir. That's not just motivation, that's memory of who you were supposed to be. It's not too late to answer that call. But you'll have to sacrifice time, comfort, familiarity. You'll lose people. You'll lose parts of yourself. But what you'll gain is the man who was buried under years of avoidance. A man who walks with purpose, who doesn't flinch in silence, who doesn't chase. He creates, builds, commands presence without speaking a word. And when she looks at him, whether it's the same woman who once left or someone new, she won't walk away. Because real masculine energy doesn't chase. It attracts. It holds. It anchors. You never grew up. But now, you don't have a choice. She didn't break you. You broke yourself when you stopped trying. You let your potential rot because you were too scared to suffer, too weak to stand alone. Too proud to admit you weren't enough. You begged for love but didn't love yourself. You demanded respect but gave none to your own reflection. You became the type of man you used to promise you'd never be. Passive, bitter, hollow. And now, in the silence, you wonder if you'll die unnoticed. Unchanged. unfinished. The truth is hard, but it's also freeing. Because now, you know. You know why she left. You know why you feel hollow. You know why nothing ever lasts. It was never about her. Never about them. It was always about the man you refused to become. Not the man who's loud, not the one who dominates a room, but the one who dominates himself. Growth isn't glamorous. It's lonely, quiet, brutal. It means waking up before the sun when no one's watching. It means walking away from comfort even when your whole body craves it. It means confronting the shadows you buried and dragging them into the light. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another course, another woman, another excuse. You need stillness. You need discipline. You need to decide, once and for all, to kill the boy who keeps pulling you back so the man can finally rise. She won't save you. They won't remember you. Time won't wait for you. But you can change. Right now, in this moment. Close the tabs. Silence the world. Listen. That voice you keep ignoring. The one that whispers when you're alone. That aches in your chest late at night. That voice is you. Not the broken version. Not the angry, needy, unfinished shell. The real you. The one who's been waiting, watching, hoping you'd finally grow up and come find him. So do it. Not for her, not for them, for you. Because one day you'll look in the mirror, and either you'll see a man you respect or a boy who ran from the fire. Choose. If this made something inside you wake up, don't scroll away. Write something. Speak. Admit the truth. Maybe someone will hear you. Maybe you'll hear you. Because silence only wins if you let it.